show you how you can use Abbyy Finereader to convert PDFs so that we can use them in aligning. First of all, let's get our files to align. We open Abbyy Finereader by clicking here on this symbol or by selecting Abbyy Finereader from the Windows menu. This is version 14. Let's open in OCR Editor the first file we need, where it says Convert Documents. So I'll click here, and I'm going to choose the one that says English. Now, what are the settings I need? Well, the first setting is already taking effect, which is processing the images. This is in Tools, Options, where it says Image Processing. We just want to set it to pre-process the page image. The next setting is to make sure we have the right, I beg your pardon, that we have the right language here, English. Now, the key thing with aligning is we just want text. All this pretty image is not really very useful. We just want text. So we come over here, and in the type of copy we want, we just choose plain text. And we also just take away the pictures and take away the headers and footers. We don't want images, they're no use when we're aligning in this particular case, and we don't want the headers and footers. We also want to save this as a text file, which we will do. I can't actually see it here, save in other formats. When it comes to it, we can choose text, but we'll do that later. So we're now ready to convert this. But before we do this, we're going to click on New Task. And when we click on New Task, another instance of the program will open. So let's click on OCR Editor and this time get the Portuguese version. This will open up. It will convert the 3 pages that we're using as an example. And let's set up just the same. We have English. We want to choose just plain text. We want to just have these settings turned off. So we basically just want plain text, and we don't want the pictures or the headers. Now we have 2 files ready to be converted. So I'm going to put one over here, and then put one here. So what we're going to do is actually convert both at the same time. Why do we do this? Because there's a basic rule. Whatever you do to one, do to the other. Let me give you an example. We have a text box here, so let's select this box. Let's select the equivalent over here. I'm just going to move this so we can see more. Now, I'm not even going to bother with zone intimus. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger so we can see it. Let's select that. Let's select that. Now here we have some numbers, and the numbers are the same. We don't need the numbers. They're not going to help us translate this. The numbers are the numbers. So what I'm just going to do is, actually I might as well take those ones. I'm going to take that box. Also above, I'm going to take the table 1, I'm going to take this. Now when it comes to the table, I'm just going to select the words here. I'm just going to select the words here. I'll select these, although they've got all the bullet points, just to save time. That's 16 million there. Net financial debt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's go to the next page. Let's go to the next page. Okay, 1Q quarter results. Results here. I mean, you don't have to do everything one at a time, as long as you remember. I've got the I've got 1, 2, and then 3 boxes. So I need another 3, so I need that. I need that. And I need that. Again, I don't want the footer. I'll come up here and I'll recognize all the pages. And I'll come up here and recognize all the pages. And the pages are being recognized. Here we can see this has been recognized. If I just make a little bit more room for it, what we see in the text mode is we just get a bunch of text. If I was to change that to editable mode, the text would be laid out as it was in the document. If you think about it, we just want the words. We're not really interested even in the layout. So we go back to plain text. Now, here's a good example where I made a mistake. I forgot to select Portuguese here. So I'll select Portuguese. I'll delete the errors and texts. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. I'm not doing very well. Let's try again. Okay, so I'm going to get this to run again. Hopefully now it will work, but at least my mistake shows the importance of choosing the correct language. Okay, both of them have worked now. So I save this as a text file. This is the Portuguese version. So let me just put them here for now. I'll leave it as that. And over here I will leave this here. Now this time we have two text files that have opened up in Notepad, though you could open them in your text editor of your choice. The next step is to have the text files side by side and go through them and see if they look more or less the same. Yes, they do. If you wanted this to wrap around, you can choose Format Word Wrap, and you can see the text more clearly. And you would basically go through here and see if there was anything very different. Earnings, quarter highlighted, earnings. Actually, I could even, you can make alterations if you want. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that 1Q because I didn't put it in the other one. Earnings announcement, 1Q highlights, it's there, so I'll just move it. I do, that's table 1, I'll just get rid of that, just so we can see. Okay, operational highlights, EBITDA margin, result consolidado, fliquido, free cash flow. Okay. And I don't have the total there, so never mind. And then you have the bullet points and the text here. So you go through, check they're the same. And when you're finished, just resave these files again. And then the files will be ready for you to use in the aligning itself.